From the same book, you mean?
Yeah, yep.
Same text, okay.
Same text, yep.
Yeah.
So this says, this ignorance as a form of darkness has become so prevalent, so widespread, and massive disease of epidemic and biblical proportions that all forms of neurosis and psychosis are considered normal and acceptable behavior. Rare indeed is the individual who wakes up from this nightmarish normalism soon enough and strong enough to make their way to a higher ground of self-transcending practice.
Very few people can even conceive of that, let alone find their way to the paths where that can be a part of the process of moving in your or through your time-space world of destiny or karmic choice or inheritance, whatever it is. Yeah. So, in other words, from the point of view of the masters, they have a very clear understanding of what a human who is born into suffering needs to do to get free of that. See? When it takes a lot to get from ordinary sort of ignorant suffering to, let's say, the next level of enlightened suffering, knowing you're suffering and knowing you want to transform that into, say, enlightenment and freedom from suffering, which is maybe the ultimate, that maybe all people are hoping for, wishing, praying for, expecting in some cases, depending on what their logic is. Some people say, well, because I do this, well, this is going to be better. So there's, it's based upon personal projection of, let's say, processes that are part of an individual's logic. So it doesn't mean it's always going to turn out for the better, just because somebody has it straight in their mind, say, and clear that that's what they have to do to feel better about themselves or make other people feel better about themselves and so on. So you have to know what your influences are, who you're working for, what you're doing, because eventually if you evolve and get beyond all the, let's say, the psychological neuroses, right? Barriers, doubts, concerns, confusion, self-division, so on, so forth, complications, imagined complications, then things become much clearer. You can't pull yourself out of an earlier stage of evolution. You can stop being a kid or an adolescent and move into a much more smooth level of practice and operating that is more or less mature, right? And productive, smooth. You want to get on the smooth way.